Hello everybody, welcome to Amali community, and this is our launch. Welcome to our first episode. With me is our guest. I'd love him to introduce himself as we proceed on with the program.
Hello everyone, nice to be here. My name is Marvin. I'm 23 and I just relocated from Germany like 7 weeks ago to Kenya, Nairobi, and I'm very, very happy to be here and to be part of this podcast today.
Thank you, Marvin. So today's topic is going to be e-commerce, and this is going to be a perspective that we want to carry on with a lot of diligence, basically because e-commerce is a major booming economy when it comes to this country. And we're talking about big numbers, and when it comes to big numbers, we're talking about $3,000 in an economy that is booming every single day with a 6.7% annual grading rate growth. And I think this is a platform that every single youth should know more about and get into it right now before it gets saturated. So today we're going to have Marvin talk to us about more on e-commerce, talk to us about how to get to e-commerce, and most importantly, how to literally stabilize in e-commerce and ensure that you're very sustainable in the same economy. So the e-commerce platform as a whole, we as Kenya, we are the 56th largest economy when it comes to e-commerce. And when you come to the sub-Saharan, we are fourth, following behind Mauritius, South Africa, and Nigeria. And this is a high time for us to take Kenya to the number one level so that the sub-Saharan Africa can exactly have a space to get to the global hub of tech. And Marvin, thank you so much for being part of this podcast. It's going to be great to get to hear why you came to Kenya, why you relocated, and considering the fact that you're here for e-commerce, I think it's a very good discussion for us to have. So welcome. I think we'll begin with our questions for the day. Let's go ahead and have a definition. So what exactly is e-commerce?
So e-commerce basically just means like you can sell your physical products or digital services. So let's say like you sell like these mugs or you sell whatever product you sell in your store, you can sell it online, but you can also on the other end like sell your digital services. So this means, for instance, like that's what I'm doing currently as well. So I offer my service or my knowledge to other e-commerce like companies and help them to make more sales, for instance. So you can sell services but also goods online. So
great. Is it the same as freelancing or e-commerce by itself as a whole?
It's a different thing. So let's say e-commerce by itself is just like that you can offer your services and products, but freelancing just means like that you're not employed for one company. This just means that like, let's say I'm a freelancer as well right now on the site, and this means like I basically can take up on like different clients without working for like one specific company that I want to. So I can choose my clients, I can choose where I work for or like who I work for or who I work with, and so you also can like decide on what rate you want to take from them. So you're more flexible than like when you have like an actual job with like one company.
Great. So especially with the fact that Kenya's economy is insane when it comes to e-commerce. We have very different types of e-commerce by itself. If you could take us through the very many e-commerces that we have, the B2Bs, the B2Cs, and we get a bit more of understanding on that.
Okay. So first off, I should explain what it means for like everyone. So first off, like there's the B2B part. This means like business to business. So this means like you can sell everything what you also sell in your store online, but you focus selling your products to businesses. So let's say I used to work with a company that's sold food and beverage packaging. So basically like we were the wholesaler, but we distributed to companies that needed the products to keep their business going, let's say. So this is like a B2B example. Then there's a B2C example. B2C means business to consumer. Business to consumer basically just means you sell your goods and your products direct to the end consumer. So like let's say I sell makeup online and you buy it from me, so you are the end consumer because you use it for yourself in the end of the day. So these are two examples. Then there's another one. Let's say these two are the most important ones you need to know, basically. B2B and B2C. These are the most common ones.
Great. So I think I'm aware that especially for e-commerce and the digital economy at large, it's like a portmanteau of like a digital computing economy. So it's more or less we're moving out of the brick and mortar economies where we just go to the office and we meet a service. And right now we're taking it back to the internet and making sure that finance is also being transformed to the internet. How do you project the Kenyan market should look like, especially for the youth? How is the economy currently, and how do you see the potential of Kenya as a whole?
So I feel like Kenya has like a big potential. As you said earlier, like they are the fourth largest economy, like in terms of e-commerce currently, and I see the numbers growing. You said like 7%, but I also saw some statistics that said like there's an annual growth of 30% each year. So
each year.
So there's like a big like movement in there. Also with the digital payments, like M-Pesa, or like with, you just have much more like opportunities to grow currently because everything's available. You know, everything in knowledge, and the knowledge is like available for the youth or for everyone. So it's, let's say, easy to pick up, and also like with the rise of platforms like Jumia, let's say, it makes it very easy for you to start like sell online. Let's say, you know, like if you have your store, you can just like put your products online today, and you just like have like a bigger exposure for your business. So it's there's a big potential because companies are coming over here and also like offering opportunities, and also like the knowledge is available, will be available. So there's a big potential, I feel like, a very big potential. And this is also like, let's say, part of the reason why I came here, because of this potential also to do something myself, but also to like spread this knowledge, or like help people to do something in this field. So Kenya has a very bright future, I feel like.
Oh, great. So how do you think the youth specifically can participate in e-commerce, or when right now especially here in Kenya, where we have scammers, we have a high level crisis of cyber crimes? How would you necessarily advise a young person who's trying to engage in e-commerce? How can I get to e-commerce? What do I need to know? What are the skills I'm supposed to have? Are there platforms that offer those skills? And what websites should I engage with, especially when I get to this particular section?
So what I would start with is, for instance, like, let's say, as you said, there's like a lot of fraud going on and stuff like this. So one of the biggest things, because you cannot touch the goods, or you don't see where the goods are from whenever you purchase something online, is like you have to build trust online. So let's say if you like post a photo of this product, you need to really deliver every single time this product. I see a lot of times they send something similar because it's also like the same, or like something similar at least. So you really need to build trust in the first step, I would say, like really deliver, offer good service, and also like try to give the potential client as much information over your online product as they can get, let's say. Otherwise, there are like opportunities. Let's say I also like learned just by like doing courses and like try and doing it myself. So there's like a website, let's say, you can use. It's called Google Digital Garage, and they offer everything for free, and they even offer you a certificate, so you can get a marketing certificate for the basics from Google for free. That's how I started like learning and tapping into this field, you know. So it's available for everyone, also here in Kenya. So this could be a good like base to start with, like, because they really teach you all the basics about digital economy, digital marketing, and let's say from there on you can already start and like try to go to some businesses and help them. Like, let's say, for instance, you can, Google My Business, for instance. You can like make for companies Google My Business like accounts and make them look nice, and that they get like more visibility online, for instance. So it's a free way to learn, and it's also a free way to start for you, let's say. So there's also Coursera. Coursera is also another platform. They also offer most of the courses for free. And they also did like quite a few courses over there. So really the knowledge is out there, and YouTube, of course. YouTube,
of the University of YouTube.
I learned the most things really from YouTube, like learning by doing and like trying to figure stuff out. And like I would say that's how you can start the easiest way, or like at least get the knowledge the easiest way. And if you learn some skills from these platforms, you can try to offer them, or like just direct message some people and like see if there's a need for any of these skills you have. And at some point, of course, you get a lot of rejection. I also like experienced in the beginning a lot of rejection. It takes time to someone to actually trust you and to like work with you and something. But like if you get the first client, the second client, it gets easier and easier, because you learn how to sell yourself, and really like also like learn actual like the skill you have, you can get better in it as well. So
are there particular skills that employers look for when it comes to e-commerce, especially considering the fact that we're now dealing with a global economy? So it's more or less, I am working from all the way in Africa, Asia, and my employer is probably somewhere in the United States. Are there particular skills that they tend to look into, because you're not meeting you physically? Are there some skills that they really tap into to get you to the job?
So let's say the most important thing online, or like in e-commerce, is like that you get visibility for your products. So like you can offer everything, but if you don't get visibility online, it's like doesn't bring you anywhere. So like what my clients are mostly asking for is called like SEO. SEO means like search engine optimization, and this basically is just that you like get visibility for your products like on a organic way. So this means you have just like nice copywriting. So copywriting is just the text you have for your products, for instance, or for your service. The pictures are nice for your product or service, you know. So like these are the basic things, and if you understand how a potential client can or will engage with these things, and you can deliver like, let's say, a good copywriting or like a good copy of your product, then this is what most of my clients ask me for, you know, like get visibility. And also, like, let's say this is how can I say, it's part of the conversion. Yeah, we say conversion means basically just like you can get visibility for your products. Yeah, and conversion is just when someone sees your product but they also purchase the product, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, because visit on your website is not a purchase as well on the other hand, you know. So most of my clients, they look for how can you turn a visitor into a purchase or like into a conversion, you know. So and this is the let's say the skill you need to have. Or like this is often we say like people buy emotions. Yeah.
Yes.
So because there's no way for people to touch your product, to smell or whatever this is. Yeah, they have to be okay with like what they see.
You have to capture the emotion.
Correct. So you have to engage with them over the text, over the pictures and everything. So if you understand how to do this is one of the most valuable like skills. I would say. It also growing very fast.
Considering the fact that, let's say, for example, we are trying to spearhead the narrative on self-employment and moving away from the employer-employee basis, how can e-commerce be a platform for you to create a personal business? How are there structures that are there? You know, if I want to self-employ myself and not necessarily be a freelancer, are there opportunities in e-commerce that I could venture into and self-employ myself?
Yes, definitely. Let's say like just to have like some more backstory, I also just quit my job in August was my last month I worked. Yeah. So from September on I'm a freelancer. So I started with 0 clients in September, and just with the skills I have, but I was just like messaging people because I had like some kind of testimonials, like the portfolio, because I worked with someone else before, so I could show them this is what I did, this is what I can do for you, and this is how much I charge you for it, you know. So if you have the skills, you really just need to, you can reach out to people because, like, let's say in the digital space, you can see what they have online, and you can see if you know what they could do better, you can tell them, and you can say, okay, this is what I want from you for this, but this is what I will bring you in the other, you know. So you can really, let's say, I feel like it's if you want to have the skills, it's a pretty easy way to like start your own business, yeah, because you really can, everything's visible for you, you know, and you can see what they can do better, and you can tell them, I can make you like 100 more sales in this month if you change this and this and this.
So it's like you look for a problem and you give them a solution.
Correct.
And that's basically e-commerce business. That actually is true. Yeah. So are there particular websites that you would recommend for young people to get into when they want to learn about e-commerce? And are there specific websites that you could get into if you're looking for a job in e-commerce?
Yes. So as I said earlier, like the best website to learn for me is YouTube, 100%. Yeah. Then Coursera and Google Digital Garage, because they offer everything.
And for Africa, I think it's Google Digital Skills Africa.
Yes. Okay, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. But they offer the same things, I guess. The same things. But to get jobs, if you want like try to manifest or like work on your skills in this field, like let's say work on Upwork. Upwork is a platform that just provides, let's say they are like global employers, and they have like certain jobs open. Yeah, they say, for instance, I need someone to do my advertising for Google Ads. I need someone to do my listing on Jumia or like for Amazon or whatever.
So it's called Upwork.
Yeah, Upwork, correct. Upwork, is like a platform where like employees like offer jobs, and like let's say me as a freelancer, I can engage with them, and I message them. I can like be like, okay, this is what I can do for you, what I just taught you. So there's like an easy way to get jobs. It's visible, and also there's another one. It's called Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Fiverr is the same thing basically. It's just like you fight more for the pricing. It's a bit cheaper, but like it's also a good way to start and actually develop your skills and start somewhere, you know. So, and I also used Upwork for here as well when I was looking for someone. So it's already used in Kenya as well, you know. So
great.
Yeah. So these are that's how you can start. And also I said like you can just look online if you like. Let's say you know how to make on Jumia, for instance. If you know how to make a better product listing that looks better, you can also you can see the name of the owner. You just email them. You can just message them, you know, or like on Instagram, you know, like. So you can. These are two platforms you can engage with, but you can also directly go to people,
What do you usually need when you want to get to the app? Do you need to create a portfolio?
You just sign up basically, but of course, like let's say if you just sign up, you have like 0 hours worked, you have 0 like skills on the platform, you have. So it's tough for you to get something. Let's say you need to. It's of course it's easier to have a portfolio, but I also started with just one client as my portfolio because I just had one person I work with for like a long time. But as I said, like it's just the beginning. But you can also like start offering. Let's say I offered my skills for like much less in the beginning to engage with someone at least. Now I charge like 3-4 times more than in the beginning, but just to get some clients and to get some like reviews and stuff. So. And portfolio is better, but like of course you don't have the opportunity to get one before you start, So just offer people the skills for free. Let's say I can do like the first 5 clients, I can do whatever you need for free, and then the next one you can just upcharge. You can start charging
as you grow your portfolio.
Correct. You grow your worth.
I'm gonna ask you a personal question. I think everybody would be interested to know.
Okay.
What made you leave Germany?
Many reasons. But for me, like first off, like apart from this work stuff and everything, like I was abroad already like in 2019 to 2020. I was in the US for like a year, did an exchange program. I came back to Germany and I was like, this is a very unhappy place. I don't want to. I was there because I had to be there, and like I was doing some stuff and also like doing an apprenticeship and learning all this stuff. What I was am lucky about, but it was just in general like the living conditions were very unhappy. Because your life is work. And that's it. You go home, you work, and you go home. So it's very like not depressing, but like very grey, not really like giving you something, let's say. So and then I have family in Uganda as well. So I visited them like twice, and they were already like, okay, come over. We want you here. We want you here.
So why Kenya?
Because we saw like for this e-commerce field, like because there is my like most knowledge in, like we saw the most potential in Kenya. So the growth rate is the fastest, the population is young, the internet, you have even better payment methods than in Germany. Sometimes I feel like you have even 5G internet here.
At least we're leading the globe when it comes to mobile money.
For instance, you also have 5G internet here. We in Germany have 4G internet, so the internet is better here than over there. They're sleeping.
That's insane.
So these are all things I was like, there's so much potential, and like with all these like growing digital space, I saw some numbers and statistics. I was like, let me just try it, let me just try it.
And how are you finding it so far?
No, I love it. This was the best decision, the best decision. I'm telling you. I'm here for 2 months, almost 2 months now, and this was really no regrets at all.
No regrets.
People are nice. The opportunities are coming the way I thought they would come, even more, to be honest. And as I said, lifestyle-wise, I work like, let's say I work not even 50% I worked before at the company, and I earn still a little bit more money than I did before, and I can still like look into things like this.
So there is potential in this country.
There's potential, a lot of potential, so very, very happy about the decision, very happy.
Is there a Swahili word you have learned that you like?
Many, I have one friend, she's always late, so I had to learn this word, and it's called umechelewa, so it's one of my favorite words, I like to use it for her all the time.
And here, since you came into Nairobi, where is the one place you visited that you really, really like?
Many places. I really try once a week. As I said, like I try to work like over the week, like as much as I can. But like there's one day a week I take really and go into the nature. I went to Ngong Hills. I went to Karura Forest. I went to Giraffe Center. There's like another in Karen somewhere, like another nature path. So there are many. I love just like in nature, because where I'm from is like more like a city. Like this, let's say it's smaller, much smaller than Nairobi, but like without the green at all. So no green at all. So I like to explore the nature here, and I went to Thika as well. Also a beautiful place. So I like the nature here. It's beautiful.
Great. So I think that's majorly what we wanted to cover when it comes to e-commerce. I think the biggest section of this particular podcast will be definitely the pitching session, and we have our lovely guests joining us in the next episode, and Mr. Marvin is going to particularly simulate a potential employer, and we're going to have our guests simulating an interview, and we're going to just go through, the very many things that people do in interviews that we find a problem with, or rather as an employer you can pinpoint as someone you don't want to employ. And we could also have this simulation to also create a space for us to explore corrections and improvements when it comes to interview reviews, and just making sure you attend the interview and you actually get the job. So and with that, we're going to have one person getting a mentorship program with Marvin, and it's into e-commerce, so it's more of the structuring, the starting, the build-up, and etc. And I can't wait to see which one of our guests actually does get the mentorship. I think it's may the best.
May the best win.
May the best person win. And thank you so much for joining us on our first session. See you again.
Thank you so much.